Everyone gets off, and then she said, okay, now I can come. So now I get up, I follow her, and then we use the other door. I didn't go through the door everyone is going. I used the other door, and then in my face there were two men outside waiting for me already. And she gave my passport to them, and she said I should follow them. And these men said, okay, let's go. Me, I didn't know what was happening. I just followed them. We went. Bam, we opened the airport place wherever we entered, some corner. We entered inside, no police. This is a police, like the airport police. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Yes. Hi, hello everybody. So, yeah, this is a new vlog. So this is a new conversation all over. Yeah. So my name is Kobe Twitches. I'm a dancer, choreographer. I'm just a mover. I just move. I'm just a dancer from Ghana, and it's very interesting how for over the years I always use my body, and I've always been in the space of sharing stories through my body, and using my body to be the instrument of transcending and being able to talk about things that is happening, things that are going on in the society, in the communities, inside and outside of us. And think just a very rare incident happened to me, and then it made me decide that okay, sometimes I should also be able to use my voice to talk about stuff, some of these things, or create some of these awareness in our space. Yes, so I think this is how come I'm starting, or I'm sharing this space with everyone. I mean, if you're new here, please, there's a new thing that's going to be happening on this channel, so please, you can like and subscribe. And yeah, and also I'll be bringing to you rooted conversations right on this channel also. So log in, let's share, let's really dig into dance and also life of dancers. Okay, so let's start. So yeah, me I'm Ghana for so I wouldn't okay. So for the past month, 2 months almost, yeah, I've been in Europe now, June, July, and I've been touring, I've been moving from place to place, sharing the beautiful culture of Ghana. And this has been very interesting, a very good part of my journey as a dancer and as a mover, because I've met a lot of people, I've shared a lot in our culture, and I've even gotten to learn a lot through this experience. I've met new people, I've met people, I've learned, I've been to different spaces, I've experienced new things that I on the normal actually I know the experience I'm. So it's a life changing moment for me. So I really appreciate everyone who's been involved in this journey with me, everyone who has participated on this journey with me, and who is supporting our craft, and who is also appreciating our craft, knowing where we are coming from, and the things that we go through, and the things that like the hardships of our art back home, and how some people are opening arms to us, and also creating spaces for us to be able to share our stories. It's We really appreciate it. I mean, I'm not just talking for myself, I'm also talking for my other brothers and sisters who are also out there, from the motherland, Africa, and everywhere in the world. Yeah, I really appreciate everyone who appreciates dance. Okay, so let's get to the main topic. Wait, hold on. So, like I said, I've been in Europe for a while, and just recently, I went to Greece, and first time, Charlie. Yeah, I've had Greece. I went to Greece for the first time, and then in Greece, after everything, I did the workshop, I did performances, and the day before I came, I had a performance in a club which was by the beach. So we went to do the performance, and then after the performance, I had to head straight to the airport to go. So not knowing for me, One thing also is that some of these logistics I don't understand it, or I don't really indulge myself into it. So it's like this. So this one, I think, my dancers out there, or my people, please try and really understand your visa process and all of these things, like the things, your like your travel itinerary and all of these things. Try and understand it very well, because if you don't, wahala for you. Because by the grace, something like I got saved, maybe not for you if you don't understand certain things. So please try and understand the book flight for you. Try and understand the flight. So yeah, back to my story. So this happened. The flight that was booked for me actually um was transiting through Turkey. Yes, and then so I had to go through Turkey to come to my next destination, which was Germany. And then Charlie, my visa was how many entries? One entry actually. So when I got to the Athens immigration, they stamped my visa. And me, I didn't know anything. So when they stamped it, I was just like, okay, I'm going to Germany. My trip is to Germany. So if from Greece to Germany is not out of Europe in my head. So I just went, and then Charlie. Now this is where the story gets. I get to, what's the name? I get to Turkey, because the flights took me to Turkey. I get to Turkey, and now waited for like, I was rushing because I thought I didn't want to miss my flight, because on the flight I think the booking time, the time that we sit in was like 1:55, and when the flight already got to Turkey, it was already like 1:35, so I had to run. I got there, and then there was a delay, so we waited for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then now the tellers or whatever, those the they came. And then when they came, now they said they were checking people with passports. And now they checked my passport, and then this lady said I can't go again. I'm not allowed to travel because my visa is expired, not expired, like, but like it's done. It's done. She won't let me travel. See that they can give me a ticket back to Ghana from. I'm like, no, I'm have to go to Germany. I'm going to Germany from Greece, and Greece is Europe. I think Greece is the same as Schengen. Germany is Schengen. So if I'm going from Greece to Germany, there shouldn't be a problem. And this lady said, no, I have to. I'm done with my visa, so I can't go again. And I said, oh, how can I not go? And also because her English was not Englishing. The English, the Charlie, her English was not Englishing, so wahala for me. I tried explaining whatever this lady was not understanding. And now I can't go back to Ghana. You can't send me back to Ghana because I was taking a ticket to Germany. I wasn't taking a ticket outside of the Europe, the Schengen areas. This lady said no. We tried talk, and now she said I should go to their office actually in the airport. So now I said, okay, let me rush and go there and talk to them. I went there and went to talk to them. I tried explaining the situation to them. They said what they, I think they didn't really understand me because my English was English, and their English was not English, so they were not understanding what I was saying. I tried, I explained, I used translator. I even translated it into Turkish, whatever, and translated it into Turkish for them to understand. These people still didn't understand me because she was just saying what. And then now the only option she said she was going to give me was that now she will fly me back to Greece so that I can now I can talk to the Greece people because I came from Greece, so that we'll see what to do from there. And I said, okay, then that would be fine, because now if you say that my Schengen is done because of what Athens gave me, then you taking me back to Greece, I can talk to the police or immigration or the, what's their name, passport control, so that they know that this is the situation at hand. And then they said, okay. Now this flight that she's booking for me now, this flight is 7:55 a.m. the next morning. And mind you, I was already at the airport at 1, like 1 p.m. The day, like today, I'm in the, she said I'll fly tomorrow 7. So I had to wait at the airport. They gave me no place to sleep, nothing, so I had to wait till the next morning. And then I imagine I had no internet, nothing, no Wi-Fi. Like there was no Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi in the airport, I wasn't able to connect it. I tried, it wasn't connected. So now I was just there waiting, and then at that time, oh Charlie, the time, I think the time slowed down. So the time was not moving at all, and I was like, me, I couldn't sleep and I couldn't eat because I'd actually not even eaten since the morning, because I thought if I get to, like, if I'm traveling, I can just eat in between. So I couldn't eat also. So now, because of the situation, my hunger was not like I was not hungry anymore. I was like, Charlie, this thing won't stress me, because I didn't know what to do actually. So forward, and then I had to go and beg. There was this man, I begged him for Wi-Fi, and then I think they were working and they give Wi-Fi to they lodge people. So I just told him my situation. He's okay, I'll help you, bro. And he gave me Wi-Fi connection, and I connected, and I started calling my people and telling them that this is the situation. I'm stuck here. And then now I waited. I slept in front of their office, like the airline. I slept in front of their office, just there. That's why I put my bag and I slept there till the next morning. Now the next morning I go, and then I get to the airline, because they said their flight is 7:55, and then in the morning they said they had a delay of 30 minutes. So I'd called already my friend in Greece, who did everything for me. Then I told her the situation, and she also called some people in Greece to tell them the situation, and they said, okay, if they are bringing me back to Greece, then we will try to solve it. Charlie, imagine, now I get to the airline, and now the airline is taking me to, what's the name, to take me back to Greece. She takes my passport, and then she says, okay, when I will give you back your passport when we are flying. I said, okay, I don't know what's happening. She takes my passport, my boarding pass, and then she has it in her hands. She went to put it in, like at the table when the flight was about to go. Now she called me, I went. Then she took me inside first. Like I was the first person to enter the flight. I entered, she gave my passport to one of the flight attendants, and then I don't know what was happening. But then they had a sheet, I think they had a report attached to it. And then she gave it to her. And then she also told me that now she'll give me I'll get my passport when I get to Athens. That's Greece, when I get to Greece. Me, I didn't know what was happening. But I was like, okay, no, yeah, actually, we'll go. We sit in the flight, we go, when. We get to Greece. I tried to get down, ask her for my passport. She said, wait. I waited. I was just there waiting. Then all of a sudden, everyone gets off, and then she said, okay, now I can come. So now I get up, I follow her, and then we use the other door. I didn't go through the door everyone is going. I used the other door, and then in my face there were two men outside waiting for me already. And she gave my passport to them, and she said I should follow them. And this man said, okay, let's go. Me, I didn't know what was happening. I just followed them. We went. Bam! We opened the airport place, wherever we entered, some corner. We entered inside, no police. This is a police, like the airport police. We entered. I said, okay, sit down. They gave my passport and the report to the, it's like one of the heads over there. They gave it to him, and I was just sitting there like this, waiting. Charlie, yeah, I was just there waiting. Then I think I came to meet like two guys, so they were done with them, and then now the guy came to me and said hello, and I said hello, and then he said, okay, so explain to me what happened. And I told him, okay, so I have a Schengen visa of these days, and then I came to Greece for this purpose because I'm a dancer. I came to dance, I came to give workshop and performances, and also share with the people and all of that. And he said, okay, so, and then I was going back to Germany, but the flight I booked, that was booked for me, was took me through Turkey. And when I go to Turkey, the Turkish airline said they can't take me again because my visa has been like I've used it. And then I said, but I wasn't flying to Turkey. I'm not coming to Turkey. I was going to Germany, but they said no, they can't take me to Germany. And then he said, okay, but then why is it that and I said because it was stamped here, maybe that's why they are saying that. So I told them that then they should because this is not valid, because I didn't come leave Athens to go to Turkey or to go back to Ghana. So he said, okay, then we have to, like, the Athens stamp on it is showing that I've exited. So that means that stamp has to be cancelled from my passport so that I can fly. And he said he understands, but then now it's a very difficult situation. But then he's the thing is that on the report that the airline give they give the airline that I am a suspicious identity. And I was like, what? Suspicious identity? Me, suspicious identity? Me, I'm here. This is my passport. This is my. And you look into my passport, my stamps are there. It's just like my visas are there. It's not that I'm like, what is suspicious about me? And then he said, oh, what is suspicious? He asked me, he actually asked me, they said you are suspicious. Are you? And I'm like, no. I don't even know why she would say I am suspicious because I don't, maybe I tried explaining to her a lot in English, but she doesn't understand English very good. So and I even tried to translate for her. So I don't know why she says I'm suspicious. And then this man said, okay, no problem. He will go and see his the people who are on top. So we're waiting. And then he went to talk to them, and now they took me back to, took me to a very small room, like a detention room. And now they said I should sit there. Charlie, hold on, wait, give me a minute. Yeah, he said I should sit there. I sat there. Imagine I sat there for about 5 hours, just waiting. And you know what? I had a class this day. I had a class this day to give, and I was just sitting there waiting. And now I told him, can I talk to my friend, the one who brought me here? Then he said, okay, I can just give a call and call her and tell her what is happening. So I texted, and then I told her that Charlie, they've detained me in a small room. I don't know what is happening, what is going on. So, and she said, okay. Now she also called some consulates, the Ghana consulate in Greece and all of these things. So a lawyer came in, and then now the lawyer called the police to tell them that they should, and the police now said, because they said I'm suspicious, they have to check me for illegal stuff. Eh? They check, and then now the lawyer got angry and he said they are holding me for nothing because I've done nothing wrong. It's just that I'm trying to explain that this is the situation. I've done nothing wrong, and this lawyer got angry. The lawyer blasted them, talk, and the lawyer said a lot of, I think, really like a lot of legal stuff because I'm not illegal stuff before. And now after 5 hours or so, now this police came and then they said now you can go. And now I went, and imagine the time is already gone. I had to now go and book another flight direct to bring me back to Germany. And now I book a flight after like over like 30 minutes of walking around, or 40 minutes just trying to find a flight. I get one flight which was like an hour away, and now to Frankfurt. And imagine this flight took 5 hours. It was supposed to be like 2 hours and 25 minutes or so to get to Frankfurt. But now it took, because when we were flying, when we were almost in Frankfurt, the airport closed because the weather got bad and the turbulence in the air was so bad. So the pilot had to go. He went to, what's the name? Nuremberg. Nuremberg, and then he went to stop there, and we had to wait there for about 2 hours before now he had to fly back to Athens, back to Frankfurt, Charle. By the time I got to Frankfurt, it was time for my class, and now driving from Frankfurt to Bielefeld is 3 hours or so. So imagine, chuku gone. Man, this was. I mean, I was like in my head, I was like, hey, deport me, because they were talking about deporting. Is that they are deporting me back to Ghana, or, and I'm like, hey, deporting. They say, me bass my be me deporting my coin. And then I showed them that even I have my. It was a lot actually. It was, it was
this is
a
happening
lot.
to me.
Personally, I had never experienced
I'm very
something like
disturbed
this.
this is happening to
It was
me
my
because
first time, so
Charlie,
it was really
yeah,
a lot
I think this I
happening
wanted to share.
at the same time.
They almost
Though
bring me back to
normally
Ghana,
in
Charlie.
situations
As I
like
don't
this, I'm
finish my
just
work for a year.
there.
This is what happened to me.
I was also very
I was just thought of sharing it. So
like, I don't know.
this.
I was sure,
Get
like
ready.
because
The
I
story you're going to
knew
have
I've
from
done
this very
nothing
soon.
wrong, so I
Because
had
Charlie, the
like
things
my
that
GD
went
said
on within that
BBNC,
short period.
but then I
There's a
still
lot.
was like very
There's a lot. And like I said, fellow dancers and artists out there, You should. I mean, we all want to get out there, we want to share our art out there, but we also have to understand what is out there. And not also, I think that a lot of these things happen to me because of this. Yes. Because imagine, it was, you look into my passport, it was that, and then this tell what's their name, tellers or attendants, I'm explaining it to you, but they said no. They said I have a suspicious identity because of what? Because of nothing. Because I, on a normal, see how I'm talking. This is how I was really talking to. I was like, oh please, this is this, please, this is this, and this is this. But then she reported me that I have this to the police. Imagine, because of this. Well, how do you want me to look? This is me, Charlie. What about them? Thank you for listening to my plenty talk. You can subscribe, like, and Charlie. Peace. New channel, new discussions every day. Let's go. Oh.